Good morning everyone. Today we're going to work on a sailboat for our TinkerCAD project. So let's get started. First, I'm going to pull out a parabolic shape. Okay, change the dimensions. We're going to stretch it a bit wider. 30 for the short width and 60 for the length. Alright, the height is currently 20 and I'm going to keep that. Okay, so what's next is I'm going to flip this shape upside down. Use my mirror tool. Okay, click the floating arrow, flip upside down. Alright, you should see a shape that looks like this. Okay, now this is going to be the hull of our boat. Alright, but the bottom is a bit rounded and I'm going to cut it flat. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to pull out a box that is a hole. And I'm going to change the dimension for this box. So click the white corner square. Alright, I'm going to match that of the paraboloid. So the short side is 30. Long side is 60. Okay, but I'm going to make the height a bit shorter. This will be about 5. Alright, so this is going to be at the bottom of our boat. Okay, so let's align the two shapes together. Drag over, align, middle dot at the side. Okay, so your paraboloid should be sitting in the middle of your whole box. Once you're done, immediately do a group. Okay, and then you will have cut off the bottom of your paraboloid to get this shape. Okay, so as you can see now, our cut paraboloid is floating. We don't want that. We're going to push it using the black cone back to the work plane. This will be a height of 0. Okay, now let's get started to cut out the hole inside our boat hull. Okay, so for this, Miss is just going to shift the paraboloid to the side. I'm going to duplicate this shape and make a smaller paraboloid. Duplicate. Okay, you can drag out this paraboloid that's copied. Let's make this one a bit smaller because we're going to cut out a hole. Dimensions, short side 28, long side 58. Okay, the height, I'm going to make it even smaller. Now it's been changed to 15 because we cut off 5 just now. Let's make it 14. Okay, now I'm going to cut this shape into half. So how I do that is I'm going to use another whole box. Okay, change the dimensions. We're going to make this about half of this. Okay, the width, let's do about 30. Actually, it doesn't matter. Okay. The other side we'll do about 29. It could be 30 as well, so no problem. Okay, the height, let's do it a bit taller than the small paraboloid. 15. Okay, and now I'm going to push this into half of this paraboloid. So how I do that is to align both shapes. Align. Okay, instead of pressing the middle dot, I'm going to press the side dot. Okay, click the side dot. Now I press the middle dot at the side. Okay, so I should get something like this. I'm going to cut half of the paraboloid. Once you're done, group. Okay, and then when you click your work plane, you should see half of this. Okay, now we're going to change this into a hole. Okay, and then remember this parabola is smaller. It is not as tall as the previous one. Okay, it's about 1 mm difference in height. So we're going to use the black cone, raise it up to the remaining 1 mm. Okay, now that you're done, use your arrow keys to slowly shift it into the other paraboloid. Okay, make sure it rests right in the middle. Okay, like this. Alright, make sure it doesn't pop out of the shape. Once you're happy with it, okay, select both shapes, do a group. Okay, and after you wait a while, you should see a very nice hole that's cut into your parabola. Okay, so this is the completed boat hull. Let's move on to the pole or the mast. For this, you need a cylinder. Okay, change the dimensions. We are going to make a thin one. So that will be 1 by 1. Okay, height, let's change it a bit longer. We're going to do 70. Okay, at this point in time, if you want, you can change the shape color. So I'm going to change to a brown. It's up to you what color you want. Okay, I'm going to put the mast on top of this shape. So this shape is currently sitting at 15 mm. So my mast is going to be raised. Use the black cone, raise it to 15 as well. Okay, then using your arrow keys, just slowly shift it to the center of your boat hull. Okay, make sure it's nicely put in the center. You have to change your view to check. Okay, now I'm going to do a horizontal boom. So for this, I'm going to use the same cylinder. Duplicate. Alright, my copied shape is already here. I'm going to rotate this way by 90 degrees. Okay, and then I got a really long boom. I don't want that. I just want half. Click the white corner dot, halve it to 35. Okay, so you should get a very nice half boom here. Now this is a bit tall. We're going to put our sail on top of it. So let's push it down to about 24 mm high. Okay, so it's going to be a bit lower. Alright, so that on top of this, we can rest our sail. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to the sail. For this, you need a wedge shape. Move to your work plane. Okay, if you can't really see, you can rotate it now. If not, you can wait and rotate later. Okay, Miss Claire is going to change the height of the sail. This is going to be taller, sitting at about 50 mm. Okay, and for dimensions, how wide the sail is, I'm going to make the wideness about 35. Okay, and I don't need the sail to be so thick. So the thickness, I'm going to make it about 1. Okay, so with this, thickness is 1, the long side is 35, the height is 50. Okay, once your sail is done, we are going to rotate this by 90 degrees. Okay, so that is pointing towards your right side of your work plate. Okay, then we're going to raise it up. Just now my boom was about 24. Okay, so this one we're going to raise up a bit higher to about 25. So it can rest nicely on our boom. Okay, once you're done, use your arrow keys and nicely shift it on top of the boom. Okay, it may look nice here, but you will need to rotate your view plane and check. You see, it's popping out. Make sure it's put nicely. Okay, it should be nice and neat like that. Alright, once you're done, we are going to duplicate this. Duplicate. Okay, the copied shape is already here. I'm going to flip it horizontally. Mirror, flip. Okay, now for the short side, I'm going to change the height shorter. Let's make it about 40. Okay, and once you're done, use your arrow key, your right arrow, to just move it to the other side of the mast. Okay, it should be like a mirror image. Make sure there's no holes. You might have to zoom in to check if there's any holes. Okay, so once you're nice and neat, this is the basic shape of your boat and you're done. If you want to continue and make the rudder at the side, or you want to modify the sail, please continue to the other steps in your work system. Okay, so that's all for today. If you want to take a photo, click on the box Send To. Alright, and click the word Download. Okay, this should save a picture of your design automatically. Once you're done, close. Okay, don't forget to save your work. Click on the icon before you sign out. Okay, so that's all. Enjoy!